ACT Church of Sweden is a development corporation organization connected to Church of Sweden, a Lutheran church, and an NGO connected to the Lutheran Church in Sweden, one of the biggest NGOs working on humanitarian and advocacy and development cooperation in Sweden. And we work all across the world. Faith actors exist in many parts of the societal structure, at the community level, delivering faith, health-based systems, education, of course leadership, but also, as we've heard some of the sessions in here, also the religious law and the legal system, parallel legal systems that are religious. So there's so many both ways that religious actors impact and need to be held accountable and do work on SRHR, so they're not discriminating human rights based on sexual and reproductive health and rights and gender issues. Religious actors in all of their diversity have possibility, power and potential, but also a big responsibility to act on these things so that we are ensuring human dignity, human rights for everybody, and everybody that is in our context, in our congregations, or in our countries. I think a lot of what's so important is what has been happening here over this convention. It's not everybody can do everything, both in terms of SRHR, just because we are only so many people. There's also what the shrinking space might be like in your particular context to work on particular issues, and also in regards to just being more strategic, that we need to work more together and work more complementary, especially in these larger kind of networks or movements of faith actors that work for SRHR or gender justice. I think my takeaway would be the immense diversity that exists among faith actors within institutions and faiths, and also between, and that there's so much more wiggle room and flexibility to work on issues. It might just be called different things. We have to really think about that. Has been really present here is the importance of what we call something, and the importance of language and translating that which is gender justice issues or human rights and SRHR into the institution. But also I think the importance of also the kind of call to action is the importance of also that we translate that back out, the commitment that do happen, and how do we translate that to the outside world, to show the good work that is being done. My main takeaway also would be the importance of just not walking this path alone, and that we need to work together. And that's always something that can be easily said, but it requires meeting. It requires resources to be able to meet and plan and do together, because it's so easy to get stuck in your own project or in your own bit of work. But there's so many similarities and learnings and strategies that can be done together. So platforms like this, networks like this, that really seems to really mobilize people, because there's a lot of energy in this network, and people really show up and are very committed to doing the work in whatever capacity they may be. I think just investing in the right platforms, and this is one of those.